So my man here, Double H, back again, trying to give you the yeah. So things were changing things a little bit slightly. Just we're giving you now it's football battles, but now teams. And that, of course, is the first team ever to defend a UCL title, 2017 Real Madrid, and one of the most fearsome teams we've ever seen, nicknamed 8-2, the 2020 Bayern Munich team. And so I think it's going to be a great battle. So without further ado, get it on. Attack. So when we do attack is the attacking unit, the unit of the attack. And so it's rather than individuals because there's another category for individuals specifically. This is the attack as a whole. Both very good. You know, BBC, I like to call it CBB, just BBC is a bit off. So CBB, you know, like, you know, Cristiano, Bale, Benzema, they were the tops, man. But then, you know, whether it's Lewandowski, Gnabry, and Perisic, Lewandowski, Gnabry, and Koeman, they were a crew as well. But what ultimately tipped the scale for me was 8-2. You can throw in the goals they scored against Chelsea, you can throw in the goals scored against Lyon, but I think that once, in terms of an attack and the quality of an attack and just the total relentless lubrication of the attack, I had to roll with 2020 Bayern Munich. So for me, in the attack, Real Madrid's attack was topped as well. But they didn't redefine G's in the way that 2020 Bayern Munich team. So attack goes to Bayern Munich. Midfield. So it's easy. This is easy. And it's going to be very few teams that can say what's up to these guys' midfield. There's maybe one team. There's maybe only one team. Yeah, there's only one Champions League team I can think of that can say what's up to this midfield. So for sure, Real Madrid, they get it. I mean, Kroos, Modric, Casemiro at their peak were on a different level. I mean, look, man, your boy Joshua Kimmich, you know, he did his thing. Goretzka in there as well. They did the thing. You can maybe argue Muller is a midfield as well. Thiago Alcantara, they were good. Compared to Real Madrid's midfield, it's no contest. I mean, that trio are one of the great midfield trios in football history. So, yeah, for me, that trio, that midfield, they win. So for midfield, easy goes to Real Madrid. Defense. This was pretty simple for me as well. And I think this was, you know, you had to say, you know what? This was simple. There's some difficult ones coming through, but for me, this was pretty simple because I'm looking at the units as a whole. I remember defense includes the keeper as well. It includes the keeper as well. And for me, the keeper just really tips it onto these dudes. So for me, I went with Real Madrid. Carvajal was different level. For me, at this time, Marcelo was the best footballer in the world. Yeah, Marcelo was the best footballer in the world. Marcelo did the things that would shock you. One of the great defensive partnerships in real history is Varane. Also, yeah, sorry, one of the great partnerships in real history is Varane and Ramos. But what Bayern have is freaking Neuer. Ooh, it's close. But I've got to take it as well because Neuer puts the Bayern right up there. But when you now look at Alaba, Boateng, it's a little bit, but of course you have the, obviously I think you have Pavard, but of course you've got your boy Alphonso Davies, who was freaking money and insane. So it's a difficult one because Davies was superb. But for me, if we're now looking, so if it's like Davies and Marcelo, okay, good. But if we're now Carvajal, different level, right back different level. And if I'm comparing Alaba Boateng to Ramos Varane get that. Easily. Ramos Varane get that, man. So for me, defense goes to Real Madrid. Now this is where it gets hard. This is where it gets really hard. manager. This is why I find it hard doing these things, man. Because this is hard. Like, I give up. Like, let's move on to the. Wait, what's the next one? Let's move on. There's a great argument for both. Do you know what it means to defend your title? Nobody had ever done it before, and we will keep on reminding people of what Zidane did until people accept, because people refuse to accept what Zidane did. No one had ever defended their title. Not only did they defend their title, but they faced probably one of Juventus's best ever teams. And they destroyed, they freaking gave birth to them in that freaking final. And that's, of course, it was a quality team and so forth, but a lot of that was to do with Zidane's tactics. And I'm sorry, if you defend your title, that's not only on the players, it's also the manager as well. Bayern Munich were trash with Niko Kovac. They were on a fast track nowhere. And for your boy Flick to come in and totally change the course of things from a team that low morale, dressing room was messed up and so forth, he came in, drastically new tactics, drastically new instructions, and in a short space of time, managed to completely revitalize and reimagine this team and led them to a freaking treble coming in midway through the season. That's done. That is supremely incredible. So we have two great arguments. We have two really good arguments, but I've got to make a choice. I went with Flick. And the reason why I went with Flick is it is razor thin. Razor thin. But what tipped it for me is that is an amazing Real Madrid team. Zidane did his thing, and I want you to respect what Zidane did, but that is an amazing Real Madrid team. It's a very good Bayern Munich team. That's not their best team. Their best team was 2013. That is their all-time superstar team, that 2013 team. So it's still a very good team, but for me, I think that there was a greater managerial effect on the parts of Bayern Munich than there was on the parts of Real Madrid. So for that reason, I'm going with your boys. I'm going with your boys Bayern Munich there. Chemistry. This was hard. This was hard, man. This was hard. Because chemistry is when you just look at the team, what is the kind of understanding through everyone in the team? How good is the understanding through everyone in the team? So this was sugar. This was hard, man. I went with Bayern. So why did I go with Bayern? I look at that 8-2. It is very close because they both had great chemistry. But I felt that Real Madrid somehow just fell into... They just won. So a Christian will just come and do something. Benzema will come and do something. But I just feel that for Bayern, especially in that 8-2 and just on the run, there was just there was a greater synergy and understanding of everyone. Like, I mean, it's hard, man. It's tough. The guys, this is tough. Like, guys, coming below, look, I have to give a decision here. See, I'm not one of these guys that I can't sit on the fence. I have to give a decision. So I can't be like, oh, both. I've got to give a decision. So if you disagree with me, comment below. But I just feel based on my eye test and viewing them both, there was, and it's close. It is super close. It was a greater synergy and a greater flow through what Bayern were doing under Flick than I feel Real Madrid, but it's very, very close. So for me, I give the chemistry to Bayern Munich. Teamwork. So teamwork is, you're not reliant on an individual. You're not reliant on individuals. Everybody contributes. And it is a greater team effort without reliance on, oh my gosh, if this guy goes down, we're now screwed. And when you think about that in that way, that's how I slide with. I went with Bayern Munich there, because for me, I feel that for Bayern Munich, it was a team. Real Madrid also had really good teamwork as well. Cristiano did a lot of that work. Modric did a lot of that work as well. Your boy Marcelo. So there were particular guys that, man, if you remove these guys, I'm not sure that they operate. I still feel Bayern would still say what's up even without Lewandowski. Bayern will still find a way of saying what's up even without Muller or even without Kimmich and so forth. Like, it will hamper them, but I feel like they will cope. Do Real Madrid still say what's up without Cristiano? I'm not sure. Do Bayern Munich still say what's up without Lewandowski? Maybe not. Put it this way. There is a greater likelihood of Bayern Munich still saying what's up without Lewandowski than Real Madrid saying what's up without Cristiano. So for me, I feel the teamwork for Bayern, they win that, man. Mentality. Mental strength. Mental fortitude. Neymar, are you listening? Neymar, are you listening? Raphael is a brother. What up? So here's Raphael for me. For me, pour moi. For me, I rolled with Real Madrid here. To defend a CL title when you know there's a target to get back, the mental strength that takes is profound. It is absolutely incredible. It is out of this freaking world. And for me, for Bayern, it's unlocked because they were never really tested. Because the only time they were probably tested was the final against PSG. But before that, they always said, what's up? For Real Madrid, it was a pretty tricky run in 2017. And they faced the freaking might of freaking Juventus in that freaking final. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy in trying to navigate Juve then, man. So for me, for them, and I think they did not have to face Bayern on their way as well, I think. Was that the controversial game? So for me, I just don't know. I mean, for me, what tipped it was to defend your title, which I didn't think that they would do. And to have that mental wherewithal to be like, oh no, we are going for this. And we're going to do something that no one else has ever done in the history of the toughest club competition on the planet. Huge mental strength, man. So yeah, mental strength goes to Real Madrid. Adaptability. Which team can adapt? Which team can easily go to plan B, plan C? Which team are anti-system merchants? This is easy for me. This is easy for me because I think this is one of their great strengths. And I think this is I think the reason why they were so hard to beat and so hard to figure out. For adaptability, has to be Real Madrid, man. They didn't have a style. Like Bayern Munich sort of had a style, but see, Bayern Munich, you knew what they were about. High press, high line, and nobody could say what's up. PSG almost did it, but nobody could say what's up. Real Madrid, they'll attack. They'll hold the ball. They'll defend. They'll play high line. They'll play conservative. They'll play containment. And that is, for me, I think, this team's greatest strength. I don't think anybody can beat them in this attribute. I think they are unbeaten in this attribute. Nobody can beat them in the attributes of adaptability because their ability to adapt and to quickly switch up styles is just what made them such an iconic team, and a team that really has to go into the history books of one of the great Champions League teams that we've ever seen. So for adaptability, Real Madrid. Individuality. So this is your individuals, your ISO guys, those guys that can rise up and say something. Say something, because as much as it's good to have good teamwork, sometimes in games you need that guy to say what's up. You need that guy to rise. This is pretty easy. You have to roll with Real Madrid here. Lewandowski was that dude. Gnabry was that dude. Some people would say Gnabry was probably more of that dude. Neuer was that freaking dude. Davis, Joshua Kimmich. Muller, what up? Cristiano was a freaking goal machine. Benzema did his bit. As well. Modric proved why we now have to have the conversation as he's one of the greatest central midfielders of all time. Ramos proved that you have to have a conversation of one of the best defenders of his generation. Marcelo, and my thing is that the amount of times Marcelo would say what's up, the amount of times Carvajal would say what's up, Modric running thing. Look at that pass they gave to Cristiano in the 2017 final. And of course, for Cristiano, he was the guy that commented that our comfort moment, he would always deliver and find a way of putting that ball in that net. So in terms of individuals, go to roll with Real Madrid, man. So Then we have it, Real Madrid win that 5-4, 5-4. Great battle. Great, amazing battle, man. So guys, tell me what you think below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What other battles do you want to see? What other player battles do you want to see? What other team battles do you want to see? And I'll see you guys here, right again here next week for the next football battle. Peace out, stay true, stay black. Become a patron member. Get access to exclusive videos and also get access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfwop to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.